I think life is about finding the kind of connections that make everything feel like home, like finding your perfect place. That's what my friend Tim Rist and the whole team at Discover Oregon Real Estate are doing every day. My sister Mariah recently joined the door team, and she was our realtor when we bought the house I'm recording in right now. Mariah guided us smoothly, right from our initial feeling of overwhelm all the way through closing. And after closing, she was always there when we needed help, even through the remodeling projects. Mariah's a super talented realtor. She shows up for her clients like a life coach. Her joyful energy just turns the chaos into excitement. So it's no surprise she fits perfectly with Discover Oregon's culture of generosity, community building, and heartfelt service. Whether you're looking for a cozy Willamette Valley home, a luxury view, a farm, a ranch, commercial space, Discover Oregon supports the buyers and sellers and investors with a growing network all across Oregon. Yes, they make the whole process feel manageable for their clients, but behind it all, they're committed to an even bigger purpose: connecting local businesses and partnering with nonprofits. Their vision is to actually end homelessness, starting right here in our own communities, and they intend to do it. So when you're ready to find your place, visit discoveroregon.realestate or call Mariah at 541-250-2823. And when you call them, tell them Emotion Art sent you, because we're all in this together. Great. Now let's dive into the conversation.
Welcome to Emotion Art.
Emotion Art, where we sit down and make art with our emotion.
Emotion Art.
Creative energy moving outward in conscious expression of feeling.
Emotion Art.
Emotion Art.
Emotion Art.
Emotion because we are literally made of emotion. Art because everything we do wants to be art. Emotion Art. Feels.
Emotion Art. It's so beautiful. Emotion Art. Emotion Art.
A space for emotional art. Creative energy moving outward in conscious expression.
Emotion Art.
An emotion art gallery.
This is Emotion Art.
You're welcome.
That's all Starker Forest out there.
It's so
And
gorgeous.
every time I go hike it, I keep seeing these areas. Like there's places where in the spring, the whole thing is glowing. It's like there's green light coming out of it because it's moss on every surface.
Ooh.
A conversation in that energy
Oh, yeah.
would be so satisfying.
Yes, I agree.
You would literally be pulsing to the rhythm of the ground, the earth, because it would be filling all your senses and the birds.
You got to be barefoot.
Yeah. I saw something on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Stand barefoot next to a tree and then put your hands on the tree.
Both hands, yes.
Both hands on the tree,
Yes.
feet flat on the ground, hands flat on the tree for like a long time.
Yeah.
And I haven't done it yet, but I'm so excited to try.
You
Well,
gotta do it.
it's winter and it's
Well,
cold and
yeah,
muddy
that's
and I don't think
true.
of it.
That's true. Yeah.
But I will
Yeah, good.
because I'm starting to be able to hear the trees and they're so interesting and mysterious.
They are.
Yeah.
They are. They balance your electromagnetic energy. It's pretty great.
You would know a lot about this, actually.
Yeah, I have taken people to do this. Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
really?
Oh, yes.
Okay, well, first of all, we've got to find out who you are.
That's true. Who
Because,
am I?
I mean, I know you, but not
true.
very well because we
No.
just sat down in a coffee shop.
But we
once.
did talk for like 2 hours.
I know, it was so
almost.
fun.
was a
It
good
did not feel
conversation.
like 2
No,
hours.
it was fun. Yeah.
I was like, oh crap, I'm going to have to watch the time on the podcast.
Oh, yeah. Well, I am Sarah Matson, and I am a holistic life guide, which means I help people navigate life and release what no longer serves them and create the life they're excited to be a part of. So that is me.
Does that feel like a mission for you?
Yes, it does. It feels like a calling. It feels like I'm living out my purpose. And I just get to witness these little miracles when I work with my clients, and it's awesome. Yeah, I love it. It fills my heart.
Okay, so I have another question that's the same.
Okay.
So
that feels to me like it's a good little nutshell of things that you do and things that you love to do. But I'm not sure it answers the question of who are you?
Ooh, no, because that's what I do, and we're not what we do.
Yeah. But that is part of who you are.
It is.
But it's
a
like
facet.
you are also toenails.
Yeah, that's true. I
Yeah.
got those.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a really good question. That's like bringing up a lot of emotions
Yeah.
right now. Gosh.
Yeah. And it's a very tough question.
It is a tough question. It's very all encompassing.
It's unfairly broad.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I'm here to love. I'm here to bring kindness to this world. I'm here to be the version of myself that reflects the divine in this world, in this plane, and perhaps shines a light in dark spaces. That's what's coming to me. Yeah.
Which is so fantastic.
Ooh.
But what I heard was what you do and why you're here. But I still feel like there's an unanswered question.
Oh gosh.
And you know, forgive me for being the person who does it the third time, but
that's okay.
I've heard it too many times.
That's okay. It's such a first daughter thing that my mind goes to like what I do. I'm like, no. Who am I? Is the question.
And I really appreciate that the next thing you went to was why, because that's the most important question. In the pursuit of who you are, you have to start asking, why am I doing this? But,
right. Yeah.
And there is no answer to this question.
I know. We could go on and on.
It is only however you respond to it. That's the interesting part for me. It's to see what do you say? Well, how do you react to that?
Well, I'm a daughter of the Most High. I feel very connected to God and to Jesus and to Holy Spirit. So I feel that, like, as far as who I am, it all goes back to that. I mean, it looks different every day, right? Like, I'm a wife, I'm a mother, I'm a friend. There's so many avenues to this question. My brain is just like, whoa.
Okay.
Oh, it's good though. It's
what I
question.
heard
is
that you're a daughter.
Yes.
That's the thing that came out of your mouth first. And you're also a lot of other things. Because the truth is, you could argue that you are just about anything. But I'm working on the Curiosity Collective with Tim. And he was interviewing his dad. Yeah. And the whole topic was the worldwide epidemic of fatherlessness, which to me is more parentlessness. It's the absence of the figure in your life that knows more than you, basically, you know, that has your back and loves you, is just never going to judge, you know.
Right.
And the first thing you said in your identity of yourself is that you are a daughter. That changes what the world looks like around you when you see yourself as a daughter. So back to what you do. You do a lot of retreats and stuff.
I do.
How do you plug your artistic energy into the world around you? How can people find you and stuff?
So I'm on Instagram, Sarah Matson Community. I'm sure we can link all of this later. And then I just redid my website. It's journeyempowered.co.
And you do such interesting stuff.
Thank you. We were just talking about belly dance and meditation.
I just got involved in the Corvallis Chamber of Commerce and started meeting some of the most fantastic people I've ever met right in the community around me.
Group.
Little did I know. It's so interesting. And I saw your flyer. All these places all around the world that sound like an amazing place to go already. And you're doing these really impactful titles, at least. The titles of your retreats are really fantastic. It's like,
thank you.
This is something that has meat to it. This is something that is going out there to try to help people find tools to heal themselves, not just making money.
No. We want to create an undeniable transformation for the folks that come to our retreats.
Yeah.
And I feel like we do.
And how did you get involved in that?
How did I get involved in that?
What pushed you into that line of healing work?
I feel like people oftentimes getting out of their comfort zone brings fresh perspective. So that's why I like to do retreats all over. And I went to some pretty impactful retreats in my 20s. And I thought, oh, this is pretty great to get people together that have this similar way of thinking, but can share different perspectives as well. And when we get into these spaces, right, there's just this intimate container where people can share their deepest and darkest, right? They can be really vulnerable and then just let go of all those things that they don't need to take back home with them, right? And then I get to work with such awesome leaders in that space, right? So it's not just the Sarah show. I'm not running the whole thing, right? Massive team that gets to create these and gets to dream up their own ideas too. Like, one of our leaders, Josh, wants to do a 4-day Viking camp out in some property we have access to in Veneta and just tap into that energy. So yeah, just these fun adventures we get to go on that a little girl who grew up in Cottage Grove did not think, she'd be leading retreats in Sedona, Arizona. And
Cottage Grove.
Cottage Grove, little Cottage Grove.
What was that like?
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I used to go to the armory there. When I was in the guard. I went to my drills there.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Cottage Grove. My dad worked at Territorial Seed Company. So I grew up on a big garden, which was really magical and just was always outside. And there's a couple lakes nearby. So we were out swimming all the time. It was a really cute little town to grow up in. And I was homeschooled for part of that and then went to the high school and so yeah, I think it was a fun place to grow up in. I don't have a big desire to go back there per se, but it was a really sweet, unique experience that I don't think a lot of kids these days get that experience necessarily to grow up in such a unconnected way of living. So I'm very appreciative for that childhood.
What does it feel like to you now looking back on that?
Yeah, I mean,
what's the emotion that comes to you?
There is bittersweet. Because there was definitely a lot of really good moments, but my dad, more so in my high school years, became increasingly unstable. And so I kind of chose to escape that by getting married pretty young, moving across the country. My husband was in the Air Force, so I got out of there. And looking back, I was like, oh yeah, I was definitely escaping a lot towards the end.
Did you feel like you were hiding, like you had to hide parts of yourself? And
yeah, I definitely spent a lot of time in my room. I felt like there were years where I was, because like things can be kind of generational. So my brother had some struggles too, and so there was a lot of focus on him. There were definitely years I felt like I was raising myself more as things progressed. But fortunately now my brother's doing really well and we're really close. So things have kind of come full circle there. But yeah, it was really sweet when I was a little kid, but then as high school progressed,
life got complicated.
Yeah, life did get complicated.
And the dark notes and the dark colors started coming out.
They did. So we all have history with our family, right? And that's what what I've worked through in myself and what I see in my clients, right? Is we all learn those emotions before 7 and good, bad, and ugly, right?
Yeah.
So.
And it made you who you are today.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I wouldn't change a thing because I don't think I'd be here doing what I'm doing if it wasn't for the experience I had with my father and coming out of that. Yeah. And the grief journey I had to go on when he passed and all that brought me to here. So I'm grateful for it. And
so there might have been a time where you wouldn't have that being a daughter would not have been your first response.
Probably not. No. I've done a lot of work around my dad. And I feel like I've communicated with him a lot beyond his time on this plane and really found a place of peace with that. And no, he's in a better place.
You've talked to him again. So he's gone?
Yeah.
And you've talked to him since?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Often. Wow. Frequently. Yes.
Would you consider yourself religious?
Yes, I would.
Religious?
Well,
the next question was going to be spiritual.
So religious it's such a hot.
I'm trying to see how you define the words.
So I think we all. How do I answer this? We all practice religion, but it's what we worship that matters, is how I'm going to answer that.
Okay.
So I think we all have habits that become ritual, that become almost this like religion. But I would say that I would self-identify more as relational and spiritual than religious. Because I think right now religion is evolving. I think there's a lot that needs to shift and change. For religion, quote unquote religion, to be that safe space for people.
You're saying that you would classify yourself as relationally spiritual.
Yes, that's more accurate.
So you see a spiritual world but you see it as something that you can consciously relate to. Is that what that means?
Yeah.
Or
and
you
I-
experience your spiritual existence and growth through your relation with other people? Or what do you mean by that?
Yeah, no, I mean with God, through God. And we do go to church. So it's not that I've like separated myself from that, but I don't, if we don't go to church on Sunday, there's no shame there, right? I'm not like, oh gosh, tearing myself up about it. So I think that's where the difference is. It's like I enjoy engaging with those things. I enjoy being around the people that go to my church, but I know that's not always easy for everybody. So I want to be respectful that people do have church hurts. People can hurt others, and it can be complicated. So,
Bro, the church, Big C church, if you conglomerate all 70,000 variations of it together, has wreaked destruction.
yes.
I mean, it probably the most destructive force of human consciousness. Maybe actually that lumps all the religions together. What has been more destructive that came from humans than religion?
That's tough because I feel like communism has caused a lot of death.
Oh,
too.
really? And you wouldn't see but I would see communism as a religion.
Oh, okay. So if we're throwing it under that umbrella,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
But wars,
Yeah.
like it's like it's the religious ideologies. Even if your religion is that there is no God, this is our official stance, and you must follow the line, the party line, the religious line, whatever it is. I mean,
Right.
that kind of qualifies.
Yeah, no, I guess I could see it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd have to noodle on that more, but I mean, I think it's anything that's dogmatic, right? Like,
Yeah, us versus them. It all comes back to us versus them.
yeah,
So it sounds like you would call yourself a Christian. Okay.
I would.
And it sounds like you were raised that way to some degree.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was.
From the conversations I've had with you so far, you seem to be very conscious of yourself and your surroundings. So maybe that's what I mean by saying you seem to be a conscious person.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
And so what I'm curious about is, how did you find that? Where did that process start? Nobody is born conscious. Or maybe you are born conscious and then there's a process of forgetting. But either
Right.
way, everyone has to come to it somewhere.
Yeah.
What was that process like for you?
I saw into like spiritual realms at a very young age, and then it kind of spooked me, right? So I kind of shut it down in my teens.
What was that like? Saw into spiritual realms.
Like I saw demons and angels, like physically saw them, but I saw both sides of things, which could be at times scary. And then had some pretty interesting experiences in different like physical spaces in high school, and kind of shut that down. And I was processing the grief of my father and all that. So it was just kind of this big shutdown of anything potentially unsafe, right? And then in my later 20s and my 30s, kind of came back to that spiritual awakening and realizing that we're all very connected. Like we're all very consciously connected. I believe by like this web of love that connects us all as humans. And that connects us to the divine, and that kind of creates our reality. And then really tapped into letting go of this notion that fear had control, or that all these things could somehow hurt me, and realize that fear is such an illusion that keeps us trapped and small. And when I kind of shed that fear, right, like doing like fear's a mind killer, it's so true. When I let go of that fear, then it just opened up this whole new world of seeing energy, and like seeing how sound affects us, and seeing how crystals affect us, right? Like all these different metaphysical things became front and center. And that kind of shaped what my spirituality became, and who I am continuing to grow into, and just having these deep philosophical conversations with people that I love, right? And just expanding my world through that is just such a lovely space to just stay. You mentioned curiosity, right? Just stay curious, right? Because what do I really know? What do I really know? There's a few things I feel like I know for sure, but
Like what? What's
yeah.
one thing? One thing you for sure know.
that love is the only real emotion. That everything else is illusionary. So when I say love, I mean like love and all the umbrella of like positive emotions that sit under love, right? Kindness, excitement, confidence, all these things. But
And sadness is one of the aspects of love.
yeah, I mean, to know the sweetness of love, right? We have to feel the opposite. But I think like I mentioned, that fear, right? That fear keeps us small and keeps us not self-expressing, not living out our lives, not curious, right? Because if we're oh, that looks scary, right? We might not find out that it's something we really enjoy or is for us. So,
But you can actually experience the sweetness of love within sadness. Sadness does not cancel love out. You don't learn to appreciate love from experiencing sadness.
right.
But fear, to the extent that you have fear, your love is diminished.
Yeah.
But I think that sadness is one of the aspects of love.
Yeah. I think for me, it's really that
So
fear would be the opposite.
So when you say love is the only actual emotion, or however you said that, it would another way to put it be that fear corrupts all. Like it's like all of the emotions in love are complete. They're complete emotions. They are a healthy experience. But when the same emotions are experienced from a state of fear,
Right.
they become this unhealthy, twisted version.
Yes.
Where sadness turns into despair or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking about that. How does that work practically? That the only real emotion is love. Then what are all the other emotions and where do they come from? How do you explain that? What are the mechanics of that?
Ooh.
That's why I
Yeah.
went through that little thing.
Yeah. No, I think like you said, right? It's like filtering things through fear. It's like if we filter love through fear, right? Well, it's like, ooh, I might get hurt by this relationship, or this might be unsafe, right?
Oh, and that's what you're looking at. So guess what?
Yeah.
You will.
Yeah. And what we think about, we bring about. So yeah, for me, it's supporting myself and others to find that safety, right? And to clear up those definitions of love, right? So that you are receiving and giving love that is healthy and complete and that brings you joy, right? And figuring out what can be let go of that no longer serves you, whether it's a definition or a feeling or, a choice, a behavior, right? That's where there's nuance and constant growth and people figuring out what works for them in different seasons of life. So, yeah.
I want to get back a little bit to this thread, but I'm just curious, why would you say, what is the primary motivator of you offering this sort of a healing space?
Because I know from a personal experience what it's like to not have that clarity of emotion and to constantly be looking for danger and be living in that fight or flight space. If I can help people find that sweetness and rest in their own bodies so they can experience life from a place of confidence and security and purpose, then that helps shift and change the world on a much bigger scale, right? Like those little moments of impact create this ripple effect, because then those people have those tools and they can talk to their friends about those things. And I hear about it, like, oh, I told my friend about their timeline and like all these different things. And so I get a glimpse of those ripples and how that affects and changes our community and then the broader world. To create that positive change, it's what puts my feet on the floor in the morning. So
it brings you joy.
It does. Yeah.
It inspires passion.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ingredients it takes to move a flywheel. Okay. For a minute there, I wasn't sure if you were going to get to the actual why of it, but you did.
Okay.
That was satisfying.
Yeah.
Okay, so it sounds like, going back a little bit, it sounds like your awakening process. I'm just like dancing around these words because I haven't found the one that fits it yet. And once I do, it'll stop fitting it again. So what are you going to do? But it sounds like your awakening process, coming aware, was gradual, was imperceptible. There wasn't a moment. There wasn't a thing. You were just kind of raised in a environment that let you be open to the spiritual, and you were drawn there. And then you went through the teenage stuff and had to hide and had to run.
Yeah.
And then you got married early and you took off. Then what happened? And I'm just trying to see, like, if there are any nuggets in that of what was it? What was the thing that made you look at it?
Okay, so I got married, and then my dad chose he decided that he didn't want to be here anymore. but how he chose to go out didn't actually work.
Oof.
So he ended up in a nursing home for about 4 years before he passed. So there's just this constant grieving of what was, and then not being able to connect to the person he was in that state, right? Because he was very diminished in who he was in that state. Like, it would have been easier if he had died, right? Because then I could have actually started grieving and moving forward. But no, it was like grieving somebody who's still alive is its own special kind of hell. Like, unless you walk through it, it's so hard to describe. But I'm doing my best here. But it was a really dark season, and then he did pass. But I wasn't ready, like, because I had like stored up all this grief. I just kind of made it my companion, and I wasn't ready to let it go. So it took another 4 or 5 years to then feel ready to like face that grief and let it go. And in the time, like during that time, I was in a car wreck and my shoulder got messed up. But then I was like, oh, there's this pain. I'll just put all that grief in that pain. So I like combined it, and my body was so broken. But it finally just got too much to carry, right? It was too much to carry. And I met a gentleman who was like, are you ready to let this go? Are you ready to heal this relationship with your dad? And of course I start crying. I'm like, yes, I'm fine. I'm ready. Like, I'm ready to lay this down. And I had this moment where I was able to connect with my dad and just feel like my heart was being knit back together, and this weight was lifted off my shoulders. And from that moment on, I sort of knew like, oh, like healing is possible. It is possible to move through these things for myself. And if it's possible for myself, I see all these people around me who are hurting. I want to help. And so I would say there was kind of a moment, like there was kind of this moment.
It was this dude, this mystery guy.
Yeah.
That now I'm curious about.
Yeah. We're still friends on Facebook. I think he lives down in California. His name's Phil.
How did that interaction come about? Because strangers don't just walk up to each other on the street.
So we were at a luncheon it was kind of a spiritual thing.
Yeah.
And he saw me and just came up and was like, I feel like you're carrying this really heavy burden.
Oh, it did kind of happen that way.
Yeah. Like he sensed it and
nice.
he knew.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh,
so,
I love those stories.
Yes. Yeah. It definitely changed the trajectory of my life. Because I feel like I would have kept carrying it. I would have just kept suffering because at that point I didn't know another way to live my life. I didn't know what was possible.
Was it like a networking thing or?
Kind of. It was.
Were you there with somebody or with like what?
No,
what was the type of event?
Yeah, I think what were we doing? We were supporting. I think we were supporting a nonprofit. I think we were supporting like building schools in Africa or something.
Okay.
That day.
Okay.
Yeah. So like
Okay.
each luncheon had a different like nonprofit
Okay.
we were supporting.
Okay.
So yeah.
Like
so
a
yeah, it was
city
a charitable. Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, it was charitable. So. Yeah.
It can happen anywhere.
It can. I mean, and geez, just what led me there, right? And like being in that moment felt really, really divine. So yeah.
And this is the thing of value to me is just the example, just the one more time seeing again somebody finding something that transformed their life and started a domino effect healing process.
Yes.
Out of the blue. So how did it happen is the thing that I'm after. And there is never a final answer. There's never a final how, but that's the actual reason you went there because you listened to whatever it was that was telling you to go. How old were you when all of the crazy stuff with your dad happened?
19.
Okay.
Yeah, that was.
So you had already moved out?
I'd already moved out. Yeah, I got married. I was in Arkansas. And
you did get married early.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, and then my mom called and my dad was in the hospital. So
That's hard to even imagine.
Oh yeah, because I was already like uprooted from everything I knew.
Yeah.
Like I didn't have any. I mean, I had Kurt, of course, but like I didn't have any friends or support systems out there. And then, to be flying back the next day. And it was.
You still with Kurt?
Yeah. 19 years, December 9th, next week.
You're full of rare circumstances.
I hear that a lot.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
To have gotten married early, super early, and still be together, and to have gone through an existential transformation or a paradigm shift.
Yeah.
And still be together.
Yes.
And I'm assuming because when one partner goes through it, the other partner does as well.
Yeah, that's a journey. That's a story in and of itself, because we definitely grow. We grow differently. Like he'll kind of grow in like huge leaps, but I'll kind of grow like slow and steady, you know?
But you guys have done it together. And you've been watching, not only do you see your growth from the inside, but you see the other person's growth from the outside. Wow. Okay, so that would be such a cool conversation to just explore the dynamics of that transition process.
What I tell people is like we had to get to know and love each version of ourselves, right? We're probably on like the 8th version of ourselves, if not more. He's changed a whole bunch. I've changed a whole bunch. This year has really been for me a lot of like self-expression and dreams realized. And for him, it's kind of this faithfulness to being, you know, a provider and living out the way that he grows and changes, right? And so us both kind of respecting very different paths this year. So there's definitely been a lot of conversation and a lot of what's working, what's not working. We started going back to marriage counseling just to kind of like work out a few things. So yeah, this year has been big as far as both supporting each other in the unique ways that we do. So.
And it becomes more of a fantasy every year.
Yeah.
Like growth is exponential and it stacks. That is beautiful to hear.
Oh.
There's been times though, where you were like at the crossroads.
Yes.
What am I doing? Am I not honoring myself by staying in this relationship? What did you face those moments?
Absolutely. We have definitely talked about divorce on several occasions. We've been close to that for sure. And I think a lot of it is we have very different temperaments. He's like an artist. He's very introverted. And I would have 10 people over at the house every night if I could. Sorry, love. You'll listen to this later and you'll be like, but
you'll love every minute.
Well, and we have a kiddo too. So it's like, like that mom life keeps me home more. But if we didn't have a kiddo, I would be traveling a lot more. And I'm sure there will be a season for that, but I'm so grateful for Lucas. He's such a great kid.
We have one of those.
Yeah, he's so good. So with that, we're very different temperaments. And so that has raised those hard questions of like, are you happy? And then am I happy? I have to sit with that and really process that.
And allow yourself to answer it truthfully.
Yes. Yeah. And there have been moments where I have greatly been unhappy.
No. The
answer is F no.
Oh man, that feels so much better.
Yeah.
Just answer.
Just to get it out there. Yeah. So we've had like the same marriage counselor. He's known us our whole marriage. Like we started a young marrieds group with him and now we're back to seeing him again. And there's been times we've seen him over the years. So
such a valuable resource.
And he has the full scope, right? Like he's seen it since day one. So there's definitely been moments where I didn't think it was going to work. I wasn't sure what I wanted. But I think that kind of comes with the chaos and the catalyst of change, right? It's like when you're up leveling, you're evaluating everything around you.
And drinking out of a fire hose.
Yes.
Permanently.
Yes. Yes. So with that, it's definitely... it's led to a lot of growth in our communication and honesty and vulnerability that's been so tough and yet so good and beautiful. So it's like the dichotomy of it. You got to have both in that moment. So
what made you make the decision that you made at those crossroads? Because I know there was more than one.
Oh yeah,
probably more than you can count. So what was the thing that jumps out that made you say, "I'm staying"?
Yeah, he is such a steady force in my life. He is so present and calm and reassuring. And when I am just in my emotions, right? I'm just in my stuff. He's my person who can just wrap me up in a big hug and bring me back to that place of peace. I do feel like we are put together on purpose. Like we're put together to be a force for good and love in this world. And I don't know what that would look like with somebody else. Like he's my person, Michael. And I know it sounds cliche and I am such a hopeless romantic, so I have no shame in that.
Respect. By the way.
Thank you. But he I mean, he's really the one person who truly knows me and has known me in all these phases. And my heart has such a pull to him that, I mean, he's the one. He's the one.
Okay,
Like,
I want to tell you what I heard you say there, but first I want to know, what do you think? What does your gut say he would answer, having not heard your answer? How would he answer that question?
Oh, with way less words, I'm sure. He would just like be so succinct. That he loves going on adventures with me, I think would be how he answers that, and creating adventure with me.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd be curious to, find out after the fact what he would say. But what I heard you say is that he makes space for you.
Yeah.
What better gift could somebody give than to make space for you as you are?
Yeah.
The messy, broken, tattered, squishy human. Like,
oh yeah.
Alan Watts is the
he
best.
encourages my dreams so much. Like this summer I went out, I was like, I think I'm going to go to Colorado and dance at this off-grid commune. And he's like, okay, when are you going to be back?
Oh, yeah.
He gets my little hippie heart and embraces it, and isn't like, he's not a fearful person. So he's not like, well, who's going to be there? And like, what's, no, he's just like, yeah, go live your life, live your dream, go have fun. And then I get to come back to him, and yeah.
If you could point out a major difference between what your relationship, the dynamics of your relationship before all of this transition, before you guys started becoming yourselves to today, what's the difference?
I think before we really found this work, it was very much about short-term pleasure and just like, oh, let's eat some junk food. Oh, let's play some video games, which those things are not inherently bad. Like, I'm not saying like never have a treat. Like, that's not what I'm saying at all. But we lived at a very surface level. And now we can have these crazy conversations about anything, right? On these road trips or whatever. We'll just talk about it all. So there's so much more depth now than there used to be. And I think that comes with just maturity too, right? Like just growing up. But, it's like, oh, let's talk about Mary Magdalene and what she meant to Jesus. Like, let's talk about her for a couple hours. Let's just dive into that, right? And I'm blessed to have friends in my life that I can have these conversations with too. But like knowing that you can roll over in the middle of the night and be like, I can't sleep, I need to talk about XYZ thing, and be able to have that that presence and that to have that connection is pretty great.
Are there uncomfortable topics between you guys?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
I'm going to push you to whatever your edge is when you say, okay, that's enough. This is public.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I mean, because we do hang out in these really unique spaces, right? With festivals and belly dance and art festivals, all these things. So we've had to really clearly define the boundaries of our relationship, because a lot of people live out their relationships in really different ways, which that's totally fine. I'm saying that without judgment, but we've had to really figure out what works for us. And for us, that's very much monogamy, and very much it's about he and I, and learning and growing with each other.
You've brushed up against the poly world.
Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of people see a long-term stable relationship and want to be a part of that, which I respect. But for us, it's like, no, like we really, it's really sacred that what we have is for us. And it's not that I don't love people well and have lots of friendships, but what we have going works, and we're going to continue with that. So
are you saying that that's a tension point between you guys?
No, not at all. No, we've definitely talked.
Because that's what I'm wondering is there uncomfortable topics? Are there things that come up between you guys where it's like, oh shit, this is an uncomfortable air? Yeah.
Well, I think there something of late, like I've been really diving into, like the Gnostic Gospels and the Apocrypha and all these things. And I would say, like, if I have to put a label on my spirituality, there's definitely more of like this Christian mysticism and exploring that. And he's very much more, he's unsure about those things. So like there has been, I hate to use the word traditional because it makes him sound old, but oh,
that's your archetype for that word, huh?
Well, sometimes, but I mean, I think in the context of religion, but But yeah, there's some things where he'll be like, oh, I'm not sure about that. We can have healthy conversation about it. It's not like he's shutting me down or anything. But there's definitely things we've agreed to disagree on. So there's some tension there as I navigate this era of.
So you're
of
trying
myself.
to agree to disagree.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
trying. We're
Dude,
trying. yeah.
that was a perfect example.
Yeah. Okay.
I appreciate
yes,
that.
Yes.
And that's the type of tension that
Yeah.
if you're a human and you want to be alive with other humans,
Oh, yeah.
those tensions will exist at least until you realize that it actually literally none of it matters. Just simply being joyful, finding joy and curiosity and doing it together. Like that is what satisfies a human.
Yeah. It's pretty fun.
I think that's why God put us here. If we want to start putting labels on things, I won't ask you what you think God is, because that's another question that just gets too abstract too quick. And you see, I feel like you look at it really simply. You have a very simple perspective of it, which makes it super repeatable and safe. Like it's like a good foundation, simple foundation. But I wouldn't mind kind of digging a little bit more into the work you're doing now, and I want to see what lights up your eyes, what parts of it when you talk about it light you up, and
Sure.
and I mean really, how did you actually? What were the mechanics of getting into that type of work? What tipped you into that?
Yeah. So my friend Robin, who I'm blessed to do life with, and we just led our 50th retreat together. So yay, that was exciting. She brought me onto this work. So
50th.
I know. We've been doing it for 12 years.
Yeah.
So
And that's not a retreat is huge.
yeah,
There's so
it's a lot
much
of
work.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So neuro-linguistic programming is the modality. So it's the language of the subconscious mind. So we all have filters, right? So something happens and our brain learns to interpret an emotion or a behavior a certain way. And sometimes those things can limit us or cause us pain. So we go in using this tool and help people clear out those filters so they can choose how they're interpreting life. And they can choose to let go of past traumas and past hurts and really redefine emotions in a way that does serve them. So that is the modality.
What did you call it?
Neuro-linguistic programming.
So you help people change their stories.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Neuro-linguistic programming. Okay. I
Yes.
get it. So simple.
Well, yes.
Underneath
it's,
the complicated name.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. we
You're
help
doing
people change
God's
their
work.
stories. Yes.
However your view of God is.
We do. And in that, it's like I mentioned at the beginning, it's these little miracles, right? It's we get to see people lay down 40 years of resentment towards their father. We get to see people change the dynamic with their kids. We get to see people realize that they are safe in a relationship and they do want to continue that, or that they need to move on, right? Like, but they have clarity and choice. So as soon as a human feels trapped, then they lose that choice. They lose that fire. They lose that belief that they do have free will, and then their life becomes a lot smaller. So creating choice for people is really important, and that way they can take back what they want and let go what they don't and move forward instead of feeling trapped.
Especially since that trapping process usually happens as a kid.
Yes.
So you don't
before
even
7.
remember what it was like to be free.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot that can be rewritten in someone's brain in the way that they want it to be written. And then they have that choice back and they can create what they want. And when we get into that creator mode, that's where the magic is.
And you get to see the light turn on in their
I
eyes.
do. I get to see the light come back.
I've never found anything as beautiful. Because it reminds me of watching that happen in the mirror, I think. And maybe that's why it's such a profound experience.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
That feeling.
It's so good. I just helped a gentleman let go of he was carrying a lot from his grandpa, his dad, and his stepdad. And it was keeping him disconnected from his own masculine within and embracing that and embracing this next season of what that looks like. And it was keeping him disconnected from God because in his worldview, God is masculine. So if all the people closest to you who are masculine, who are unsafe, then that reaches out and has more repercussions.
I can relate.
He said that was the most impactful work that we've done together. And we've done a fair amount of work together, but he's like, that session like changed everything. And I was like, oh Yes.
You
it's
literally
awesome.
walked onto the playground and opened up the bear trap, and the little boy took his foot out. Like,
Yes. Yeah.
it doesn't get better.
It doesn't. Being able to bear witness to those moments of seeing people connect with their intuition, connect with the divine, connect with themselves, the like most authentic and highest version of themselves, is pretty beautiful. There's not a lot else that can beat that.
And how the heck did you start doing it?
Yeah, well, so that Robin got me into it, and
Okay.
I went down to Gilroy, California, which is known for garlic. But anyway, we went down to Gilroy and over
Grass seed to garlic.
Yeah, right. Over 12 very intense, long days, got trained in this process, experienced the process myself, changed my whole life. And I was blessed enough to be able to do this with my brother. So, he and I having a similar lived growing up experience, both had a lot of things to let go. So I got to see his transformation, my transformation. I got to meet some lifelong friends who I'm still in touch with and get to see and share life with. And then before I even left that, I was calling clients that I was already coaching or doing retreats with. But I'm like, we've got you would benefit from this so much. And then they did. And now it's rippled out.
Okay, so what is that? How do you present yourself professionally?
Holistic life guide. Yeah.
Okay, so like in the coach realm.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And so you went to this class, and then you just started talking to your friends, and people's lives actually started to change around you, and it was just a natural progression from there.
Yeah.
Because now you're doing retreats all over the world,
Yes. Yeah.
and you're with some sort of an organization.
Well, it's my organization.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's
yeah.
not just yours.
It's
At
not
least not
just-
from what I can see.
No, I have no. I mean, I started it. I do want to take credit for that.
Yeah.
I started Journey Empowered, but
Yeah.
no, I could not do what I do without Robin and Josh and Billy and so many people who create this magic with me. Yeah.
Okay.
Sheena and I've got a whole...
It just feels like everything I hear you talk about is a collaborative.
Oh yeah.
effort,
Yeah. I definitely love collaboration.
Yeah.
It's not about me. I would hope that if
But you're the dreamer.
I am.
Oh my
I
gosh,
like
I
cash
love
the
it.
vision, but
Yes.
but like everyone else can carry out the vision,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
in some ways do it better than I do. So
Yeah.
I definitely this year has been a lot about delegating and seeing other people's genius pop off. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm trying to come to terms with being a dreamer and even accepting myself in that way, much less learning how to functionally show up in that way.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. It's definitely, I've had to get real with myself and be like, okay, I'm not good at some of these things and other people are, and that's okay.
Doesn't make you less.
No, it does not. It comes back to that first daughter archetype, right? Of like, I can do it all. Well,
Yeah.
no, I don't need to do it all. So, yeah.
And so are you doing what you want to be doing?
Yes. And I've definitely had more people even recently come alongside and offer some pretty big support with different things. So yeah, more
So
to
it continues to get more interesting.
Yes, it does. It
The
does.
plot thickens.
It does. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely growth season for sure.
Yeah. And what's cooking?
Ooh, what's cooking? What's cooking?
I mean, obviously more retreats.
Yeah, more retreats and
Some new topics maybe.
Yes. Yeah, we're going to host a retreat for moms in April.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Where?
Oh, I think we're going to keep it pretty local. I think we'll probably do Bend. Depending on the weather. It might
really?
do Bend. Yeah, it might do Bend, might do the coast. April, the coast isn't great in April. So yeah, more to come on that one. We're going back to Bryce Canyon and Zion in May.
Okay.
I'm pretty excited for that. It's a beautiful area. It's probably in my like top 3 most beautiful places in the U.S. It's so gorgeous there.
Never been.
Oh, you gotta go.
Oh, one day I will. I'll go all the places.
Yes, you will. I believe it. And then I'm gonna do a dance retreat in Hawaii in October. So pretty excited for that. And I definitely want to incorporate the belly dance, but then I have some friends out there who teach hula too, so we'll learn the authentic dance.
Are your retreats all women focused or centered?
So I mentioned the Viking retreat earlier. That's co-ed.
Okay.
Havasu, it's coming up in January, is co-ed. I think we're still keeping the Sedona Zion and Bryce will be co-ed.
Oh, moms.
Moms is moms. Moms is moms. But
okay.
This year specifically, I've seen a lot of divine feminine and divine masculine calling us back together. And this unity is really beautiful and gaining wisdom from each other without it becoming like sexual, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So really,
Mm-hmm.
really having healthy relationships that stay those deep friendships has been so wonderful to witness. So we want to continue that because we have done a few like just guy only retreats, but sometimes guys don't want to come. Sometimes they don't. And sometimes having that, bringing their best friend or their wife or whatever, it's kind of, that's the,
For so
let's get
many
from
reasons.
there. Yes,
That's
yes,
true. Yeah.
for sure. So yeah, we did a writer's retreat that was co-ed back in August. So I went up to Coeur d'Alene. So yeah. More to come for sure.
It feels to me like the only way to wake up, or I love how you said the only way to do the work, the only way to start the work
Yeah.
is to become intimate with your feminine.
Yeah.
Like to me, there's, as a society, as a world even, humans have existed in the masculine. It's just, I mean, that's the survival mode existence. And obviously there's always been both.
Right.
But as a human collective, what I feel like is happening is there's a shift towards the feminine, but not away from the masculine.
No.
There's a shift of marriage between the two.
Yes. There's
in
got to be unity.
each individual. And I think it is blurring the lines between men and women because there is nothing that is black and white, and it just depends on how you look at it. And the earth is ready for its people to, I don't know, move up a little bit,
Yeah.
go to another level.
There's some up leveling.
Maybe there's
happening.
no levels. Maybe it's just this part of the cycle. Maybe this is what happens every time at this part of the cycle.
And consciousness is expanding. Can't deny that.
Doesn't change what I see.
Yeah.
And everyone I talk to who's got their eyes open is saying the same thing. Some version of stuff's changing, stuff's happening.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And what you're talking about, I'm seeing. So is it mostly just kind of a collaborative thing, or is there a foundation? Is there like some superstructure beneath it, or is there plans for that, or where are you taking it?
Yeah. So I'll lead the retreats with my leaders, but my ultimate goal with the business is to empower people. So I have year-long programs and 4-year-long programs where I'm teaching people to do exactly what I'm doing. So I'm teaching people how to run retreats, how to market retreats, how to use the tools that I have to help impact people in their communities. So the ultimate goal is to have hubs in different countries and have retreat centers of our own, so that it's just never ending, right? And then so that the people I'm training can then train other people and so forth and so on. So
You plan to change the world.
yes, that is the goal.
Perfect.
That's what we're doing. So it's really about
There's more of your type popping
teaching people how to fish instead of
Yes.
you got to come to me to go to the retreat. No, I want to teach everybody that's working with me to do exactly what I'm doing in the way that they want to uniquely offer it, right? Because it's all about embracing your own unique gift. But here's a framework, here's tools, here's the how, and then you put your spin on it and put your magic on it and make it happen. So yeah, that's the big picture and vision, is to really ripple out.
And are you going, you advertise for people to join the network?
Yeah.
Okay. And
Yeah.
how does one go about doing that?
Or
get real super curious.
yeah, I love to just meet with people over coffee and see if it'd be a good fit, right? Because a year-long commitment or a 4-year-long commitment, that's a commitment, and I get that. So
And you are a very enjoyable coffee conversation.
oh, thank you. I know we had such a good coffee.
Highly recommended.
Yeah. Oh, thanks.
Just
So
leave a little more time than you think you're going to need.
yeah, right. So yeah, reaching out either via social media or on my website. There's a contact form, and then that'll just start the conversation, and we can go from there.
And plug
Yeah.
those again.
Oh yeah, Sarah Matson community. So SarahMatson community, all one word on Instagram. And then journeyempowered.co.
Great.
.co. So,
It helps me to hear it a couple times.
Yeah.
I'm still going to put it in the notes,
Oh yeah,
obviously.
for sure.
And we're just getting ready to level this entire operation up.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, that's such a fun world out there. And I'm starting to see how people are playing in it. And I'm starting to get ideas of what the framework is like, so I can start building my, my little tunnel, my little nest. I don't know. My warehouse.
I saw it as like, like the net of mushrooms underneath the ground.
I can
that,
start
holds
building
everything together.
Yeah, I can start building my network on the framework.
Yeah, there you go.
I guess that's how I'm starting to look at it. So
Yeah.
I'm not there yet, but I'm excited about it.
Yeah,
And
I'm excited for you.
a couple more questions.
Yeah, for sure.
Because they're
I love
fun
I love
for
questions. Yeah, that's my favorite thing.
me. What are you? Okay, first of all, what else is there to say? Like, what is it that you want to say, or what's big on your emotions? I don't know.
Well, going into this week of rain, I just want to shamelessly plug everybody: get your vitamin D, K2, get your sunlight lamps out, like stay hydrated, stay rested, take care of yourselves in the dark months. That's been a big thing I've been talking to my clients about too.
It makes more of a difference than you think.
Yes, it really does. It really does. And then just continuing that through the winter, stay active, keep moving. I know sometimes it's easy to like want to hunker down in the winter, but like do find a way to keep moving.
Inward.
Yes. And expanding, because movement, it's so important to your well-being. Like there's this molecule that makes all these good feelings happen in your body. I'm keeping it simple, but it's called the hope molecule, and it's only released when you are active. So it's super important to have movement, whatever that looks like for you. It doesn't need to be, 8 hour. No, like start small, start simple, move your body. So take care of yourself.
Like literally probably the best advice that there is.
Yeah. And to take that inward, do a little bit of meditation, even if it's just 5 minutes, find a guided meditation. I've got a few, and take that time to quiet your mind. New day.
That is such great functional practical advice. And so I'm going to make it morbid for a second.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Let's say that for some reason you're not going to wake up tomorrow morning.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
In fact, once this conversation's over, you're just going to blink out of reality.
Whoa,
Yeah.
Michael.
You're
we
a
took
figment of
turn.
my imagination.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Okay.
whoa.
So
yeah.
knowing that,
Yeah.
what is the thing that would be most important from your consciousness to say to anyone who might end up hearing?
Okay.
What's the most important thing to say?
So I think it's really easy for us to turn love outward into like, oh, I love you. I love this puppy. I love whatever. But you've got to turn that love inward too. And we've got to be kind to ourselves and give ourselves grace, because if we don't love ourselves, we're just living for everybody else. We're literally living to make everyone else happy around us. So you've got to put yourself first and turn that love inward.
That's the most important thing to say.
That's what I felt like was on my heart.
Love
This moment.
yourself.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a very important thing.
Yeah.
That's kind of the foundation of all of the rest of the learning.
Because you can't really healthfully love someone else
You
if you
just
don't
can't.
love yourself.
You cannot.
You can't.
No.
Because then it becomes codependency. It becomes about making their life better. But ultimately at the detriment of yourself.
And of course, you have the best intentions. You want to become
Of course.
love.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why the saying, the road to hell is paved with good intentions, doesn't mean there's some slippery slope that when you slide down your good intentions, you're going to splash into something bad. It's that your life literally is hell, even if your intentions are good.
Yeah.
If you don't love yourself first.
Yeah. You can't pour from an empty cup. It's one of my favorite sayings.
Oh.
Yeah.
Or the Bible, he who watereth shall be watered.
And yeah. And the Bible says, love others as you love yourself. Like, yeah.
Okay. Throwback question. What are you afraid of? When you think of fear, what just pops into your imagination?
That's a short list, but it's probably that like unmet purpose, like not fully fulfilling my purpose.
Which is what?
To bring people into awareness of what their highest self looks like in that love, right?
To watch the light turn on in their eyes?
Yes, exactly. Yeah. I don't want to leave anything on the table in this life. I really don't.
Okay. So it is not about it's not about getting to a goal.
No, it's not that I'm pushing away financial awesomeness. Like that's not it at all. It's about, getting to the end of my life in 50 years or whatever, and knowing that I walked my mission out fully. Like I put it all out there. I created as big a container as I can to support this mission and got to share life with so many awesome people. And that I played all out. Put it all out there. Yeah.
It's like you're starting an investment pool with compound interest investment. And what your goal is to make that initial investment as big as you possibly can.
Yeah, because if people have the tools to love themselves well, then they're going to love other people well, and then their kids are going to see that, their family's going to see that, their coworkers are going to see that, And that's going to just create those little shifts, right? Where people see what's possible. And that's ultimately what connects us all, right? Is just a little bit more love.
Yeah.
Just a little bit more love every day.
And other than your physical body's dislike for mortality, it sounds like you don't really have a lot of fears.
No.
Because to me, what I just heard you speak was a desire, not a fear.
Yeah. I mean, I've put in the time to face my fears, see what's at the root cause of that, see what insecurities are there, and rewrite those things so that I'm moving towards what I want and not away from something that scares me.
Movement towards, that's repeatable. Well, I really look forward to experiencing whatever your magic looks like at one of your retreats. Because I know eventually I'm going to. Obviously, I'm going to.
Oh my gosh, we'd love to have you.
And I'm in between worlds right now, so I ain't paying for any kind of retreats.
We'll be doing them for at least, the next 100 years.
And you're starting a movement. But I just like to see, what is it? What is it that comes out? What is the art that comes out? It's so cool.
Oh, yeah.
And
come dance in the desert with us. It'll be great.
I certainly intend to.
Yeah.
And I so deeply appreciate this time.
Me too. This has been great. Great questions, by the way. Probably the deepest questions I've ever been asked on a podcast. So I want to just give you some props for that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, I don't script it. I just follow the curiosity.
Yeah.
So
it's been great.
Yeah. Eventually I'm going to do traveling stuff where I go to retreats, where I go to wherever the people are that are not going to be afraid, because it's really difficult to get anything that satisfies me if I'm talking to somebody who's terrified, because you have to guard everything you say. You have to filter everything out. I'm still willing to do it. I still want to have every conversation, but I want to know what the world looks like from behind your eyes. And how can I do that if you're giving me little half pictures and little coded, can't.
Yeah.
So I want to go where the open people are. So far, it turns out Corvallis is full of them.
Yes, it's true.
Thanks for being one of them.
You're so welcome. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
This has been great.
Hey, you're welcome.
A huge thank you to the sponsors that are bringing this episode to you. Discover Oregon Real Estate, where you can find your place. Journey Empowered. Definitely check out their list of fantastic retreats all over the world, beautiful places, and deep healing. And The Fundamental Sense, specializing in 2 and 3 hour massages like you won't find anywhere else. And as always, our own Buddy Anderson serving up custom music that make these episodes so much better. Check out his music on Spotify at From Another Mista. Thanks for being here with us. We'll see you next time.